Just over 2 months ago, against the backdrop of learning to handstand through various entries, I decided to learn how to tuck planche. I'd seen and analysed the data that highlighted the difference between calisthenics athletes that could and couldn't planche, and thought I was ready to take my first steps and at least attempt the tuck planche, but my first try didn't go so well. Quick note here for a second, humility is a lesson that bodyweight training has taught me many times in the past. And despite how strong you may think you are, there's no sidestepping weak links if you want to see calisthenics progress. To be honest, after learning to Frog-Handstand, I genuinely thought that the tuck planche would be a cakewalk, but my other early tuck planche attempts weren't much better. My first step was to analyse the video footage and note where I felt weak in the tuck planche and, perhaps more interestingly, where I didn't feel weak. My shoulders, which should have been dealing with the brunt of the workload, felt super weak, and it was actually quite painful to maintain the forward lean and scapular protraction, all while keeping daylight between my legs and the floor. Because of this, I felt like I was compensating in other areas, such as the elbows by slightly bending them, and at the wrists by forcing range, which were immediate red flags for me, as those two are smaller joints which don't have the same sort of capacity that the shoulders do. I did find it interesting though that throughout all of this, my wrists felt great despite more experienced athletes telling me that by choosing to planche on the floor rather than parallettes, I was choosing a harder road. But it seems like all the work that I put in with handstands was clearly paying off. After reviewing the footage, I decided to incorporate planche leans into my push day training and worked on aiming to keep my wrists below my belly button. But after my first tuck planche training vlog, I was inundated with comments to protract my scapula more. The problem was, I thought I was doing this already. At a bit of a loss, I decided to compare my tuck planche to athletes that I respect and know can hold a solid planche, and noticed something really interesting. While every tuck planche tutorial mentions that scapular protraction is an important aspect of this skill, what scapular protraction looked like varied quite greatly depending on who was doing it. Some had a tuck planche with protraction that gave this dome-like appearance of the upper back, versus others that had a more flat looking back despite the fact that there's clearly protraction going on at the shoulder. This gave me the confidence to understand that the tuck planche may look different based on who's doing it and their body type. But so as not to use this as an excuse, I decided to test my protraction with barely any load to establish what I should be looking for in my tuck planche, and this became my baseline. Now, every time I did a planche lean, this was the shoulder position and degree of protraction I was looking for. As these started to feel more comfortable, I layered on pseudo planche push-ups, leg-assisted tuck planche holds, and scapular push-ups, all with the main focus of bringing scapular protraction that I managed without any weight into my tuck planche holds. I also didn't want to take it for granted that my overall conditioning for pushing movements felt in good shape. So I decided to add ring turnout push-ups for high reps to my push training to get muscles such as the biceps and anterior delts to a place where the tuck planche felt like light work. I carried on with this combination of dynamic movements plus a little bit of isometrics until on day 71 I did this. The fact that this took me 35 days, but this took me 71 days, is one of the confusing reasons why I love bodyweight training, but I'm so happy to have the tuck planche skill under my belt. Check out the other calisthenics skills I've learned, and let me know what you're working towards down in the comment section below, and crowd, I'll see you in the next one.